Hey guys, it's Laura Kate. Hey, I want to talk about Matthew McConaughey and Camilla Alves. And so Matthew McConaughey in 2012 was out accepting a samurai sword in Pullman, Washington. Of all places, Pullman, Washington, pretty much a podunk town, has Washington State University. But guess what? It else has there? It has my sister, Suzanne Fitzgerald, and her husband, Joe Fitzgerald, and they had 4 kids. And they were approached in 2003 by a Tom Huseby who wanted to use a trust fund that was designated for the only heir, Laura Williams, who is me, and he wanted to use it. So what he did is he asked Joe Fitzgerald, my brother-in-law, if he could build a house and find a fake dlittle, a fake Laura. So what he did is he talked to his friend Trent, and they used Sherry Getz. And so they built a hillside development that includes a mini golf course, it includes a huge large house, and it includes a smaller house for Trent and Sherry. So Sherry Getz is the fake dlittle, and she signed the paperwork as that. Then Tom Huseby went ahead and used that property development to build then 120 houses, you guys. 120 houses for people that they would then control, that were part of networks that they wanted to acquire, if that makes sense. So these people get to live in these free houses on Laura Williams Trust, which I didn't approve. And that was the plan. So that involved the VP of Amazon and Tom Huseby. But they pulled in a Matthew McConaughey into the whole Pullman scheme, and they had him accept the samurai sword. Now, you know that the samurai sword is also linked to what? A bomb going off in Hiroshima. And so that's, World War III, they're thinking about who's going to explode the nuclear, right? Well, get this. Elon Musk has been zapping people from his space station with radiation. Not just radiation, they have Havana. What else do they have? They have mind control. I mean, these guys are creep out, but they've been planning this. This is in the planning. Oh my God, I can go 30 years back with Michael Eisner and the plant of this trust used for terrorism. This is Laura Kate. What happened to Suzanne Fitzgerald? She was killed here in Provo by a mafia team that called themselves military. It was a 6-day intense, basically they held her in a hotel room here, and they just they violently beat her to death. And she was basically held as a hostage. The police were called. They couldn't do anything because the police said it was military. Well, it wasn't military. It was paid off. It was paid off mafia that called themselves military here in Provo. It is one of the sickest things I have ever seen. But I just had to go back through some of the details that this is actually a Sherry Getz in Pullman, Washington, and a Trent Getz that are pretending to be a fake dlittle. It has caused all these problems. And guess what? She died. My sister died because of this bullshit. This is Laura Kate. What else happened? Oh my God. So they've been money laundering through the church there that Trent and Sherry Getz belong to. So that's Living Faith Fellowship. So they paid them all off. They paid the pastors off there. Who was that? That's the Vances. So apparently it is a Phil Vance and a Carrie Vance who are very controlling, and they've been paid off, okay? And the church is receiving like payoffs and money through Trent and Sherry and this little fake little setup. I mean, it is one money laundering scheme, but the reality is that Tom Huseby was the main money launderer to South America for his initiative of like mind control and world power and the 17 Kings and terrorism, all this stuff. But so Pullman is also money laundering, and they probably think it's a great amount of money, but in the scheme of things, it is it's probably just some millions of dollars, if that makes sense. This is Laura Kate. How much money did Matthew McConaughey and Camilla Alves receive to work on the hidden brand for Jeff? I don't know. I don't have those figures, but I know that they were heavily involved. And I know that Matthew McConaughey was actually following me, stalking me in Lincoln sedan. It wasn't in the SUV, it was in a Lincoln sedan around Austin. When I would go home, he would follow me along the roads there. This is Laura Kate.